Today on Urban Life, DJ B of 103 Jamz. Hood Platinum CEO Double XL. Spotlight Model Kajmiere. And singer actress Angeline Boyd.
Salute VA, Hampton Roads, DJ B, Scratch Mechanics, The Block in the Morning, Fresh Radio, and right now you're checking out Urban Life TV.
Welcome to Urban Life, where we interview some of today's hottest artists, models, and local celebrities in the Hampton Roads area. I'm your host, Kim Fields, and today I'm here with DJ B.
Salute, what's up?
That's a much.
What do I fall in that category? Like I'm not a model, clearly. You know what I mean? Celebrity wise, I don't even think of myself as that.
Wow, so humble and down to earth. You're a local celebrity. Everybody knows who DJ B is.
Nah. Well, I'm trying to, let people know, at least the more people know. How about that?
All right, okay. Well, we're gonna get into a little bit of that, DJ B. So where are you originally from? I see you got on the Philly hat.
That's right, Phillies. Well, that's the Flyers. I couldn't remember what hat I had on, but Flyers, Philly. You know what I mean? Phillies right there. It's
All
official.
right.
So I'm from Philly,
Okay.
city of brotherly love.
So what brought you to the Hampton Roads area?
School. It's like a lot of people that's not from this area that they're in school or military.
Oh.
For me, it was school. Richmond first, and then here, and I still owe the school's money, so we're not going to go into that.
Well, while we're on the subject of school, did you study communication in school? What did you study?
That was my intention.
Well, what happened?
Again, that was my intention, and it didn't happen that way.
Okay. But what had happened was.
What had happened was I didn't finish.
Okay.
I still owe money.
Okay.
We're still talking about it, aren't we?
Okay. Still making payment arrangements.
Oh man, but yeah, that was what I went to school for,
Mhm.
communications, and I never thought I'd end up in radio. I didn't want to,
Oh,
but I was
interesting.
DJing, and I never thought I'd end up on radio. And then, just trying to, I guess, broaden my career, I ended up being in radio.
That's interesting. So, like, how did you end up in radio? How did that happen?
Crazy story. I was in a club called the Mirage in Newport News,
Mm-hmm.
and it was 30 people in there. But when I rock, I like to think it's 300, 3,000, 30. It don't even matter.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to rock. 2 of those 30 people were the GM here at the time and another guy named MC Spice, and they brought me in. They was there. They was like, "You want to be on the radio?" I was like, "Whatever." This is Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
So they come to the station Friday morning, and Friday night I was on the air.
Wow.
That quick. Yep.
So you didn't have no radio experience.
Nope. So I was at the right place at the right time. It was a blessing. It was
There you
definitely a
go.
blessing.
Okay. So how did you get into being a DJ? When did you realize that you could DJ? You had skills to DJ. When did you realize? Were you at home playing around with the turntable?
That component set that you had the tape deck, the radio, and the turntable on top.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I was a big hip hop head. I always taped radio shows off the off the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh man, my needle's not breaking. I already broke my pop's needle, and mine wasn't breaking. And then I had a cousin by marriage. That's how I explain who he is. And I used to go over his house. He lived down the block from me. I used to go over his house. Make me a tape. Make me a tape. One day he couldn't do it. He said, "Make it yourself. You know where the records are at." Boom. Once I touched those turntables, or 2 at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
it was over. I knew that's what I wanted to do.
So DJ B,
Mhm.
what were some of the challenges that you had to face in becoming a DJ or being well known, being recognized?
Or being recognized. Well, the first thing, I came up when it was records, so you had to buy records. I wasn't getting free records from the record label. So one of the main challenges for me was financially trying to keep up and trying to go back and get old records. Very expensive. in trying to get well known, I'm not a marketing person,
Mhm.
but I kind of keep to myself.
Right.
And I learned that there's power in numbers, so you kind of need help to market yourself, and
Mhm.
it's hard to market yourself when you're doing the job. There's stuff that you can't see from the outside, being on the inside.
Mhm.
So I've learned to work with a few people to help me with my career personally. So that's one of the challenges for me personally, because it's weird. I don't think I should be in radio because like I like to keep to myself, and I'm real quiet and I'm real humble, and then most successful people are real loud and real, they just real animated, and that's not me. So I'm being myself,
Wow.
and the amount of success I've had with being myself, I I I think it's a blessing as well, because I don't think I should be at this point in my career.
Okay, so when did you get your chance to shine? At the Mirage? I mean, when did you
Mm.
have a shining moment in your career?
Probably, you know what, the Mirage. It
Mhm.
was Jay-Z was there.
Really? Tell us
Yeah,
about that.
Cole was there. He came in, and he's like, "Yo, rock my joints," and I was rocking his joints, and he was rhyming, he was performing. It was a show, so I
Mhm.
actually DJed for Jay-Z for 30 minutes, and
Wow.
I think that was the beginning of, I guess, notoriety. That word.
Mhm. Being recognized.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
So,
And yeah, from there, and just being at the Mirage and just smashing it every time,
mhm,
that helped too.
who inspires you?
Other DJs, dope DJs. Like, I'm a turntablist first, so I
Okay.
use these as an instrument.
All
I
right.
don't just play music. I manipulate the recorded format, so it's already recorded. You can't change it,
Mhm.
but I change it with the turntables. Therefore, I'm a turntablist. I play the turntables. So it's a lot of turntables that I look up to. But my thing is, a lot of people, if you're not into turntablism, you don't understand it.
Mhm.
So a goal of mine is to help the normal ear appreciate it and
Okay.
understand it and recognize it. So I kind of, you know, um, fuse turntablism and DJing and everything in one. So
Mhm.
that's like my style, and I love doing it.
So tell us about Fresh Radio.
Fresh radio is my creation. You know how commercial radio is. People complain about it, about the
Mhm.
repetition, if you will, and there's a formula for that, and I understand that formula.
Mhm.
Real quick, everybody listens to the radio maybe 15 minutes a day.
Mhm.
The philosophy in radio is to play their favorite song within that 15 minutes while they're in the car.
Right.
They do research to see what songs is hot, and that's why the playlist is so tight. Well, I got kind of sick of that.
Mhm.
Rest in peace, DJ Law. After when they made him change the station so much, they got rid of my Fifth Element mix, which was like underground hip hop.
Right.
Myself, DJ E, DJ Boz, it was like, you have radio stations that play very young music,
Mhm.
and you have radio stations that play very old music.
Mhm.
What about what I listened to or what I grew up on?
Mhm.
No stations was playing that. So that's what Fresh Radio is, including with underground hip hop. It's 24/7. And remember earlier I mentioned I used to tape radio shows off the radio,
Right.
mix shows. I run those back, like classic radio shows from Mr. Magic, Rap Attacks, from Future Flavors with Marley Marl, Pete Rock, Stretch Armstrong by Beto, and legendary DJ mixtapes. I run all that on Fresh Radio. So it's fresh.wwradio.net. Fresh
Mhm.
Radio is on Facebook,
Okay.
Real Fresh Radio, REAL Fresh Radio, as well as on Twitter at the same, Real Fresh Radio.
You have the Fresh Radio.
Mhm.
So basically, you love old school hip hop. You're into hip hop. What do you think about today's hip hop? Like Lil Wayne, Drake. What is that? Is that just gonna come and go?
Well, first of all, hip hop is a culture,
Mhm.
and rap music is part of the hip hop culture.
Okay.
I'm into substance, so I like MCs. I don't like rappers,
Okay.
and there's a big difference.
What's the difference?
Um, Salute to Fonte. Here's a quote. He said, "The main difference between a rapper and an MC, when the money's gone, the only people that be rapping will be the MCs."
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I think an MC wants people to hear his words and hear his craft and his style and the way he put the words together. A
Mhm.
rapper kind of, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them want to be seen and get paid.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's just not me. And everybody got their own opinion about music. That's
Mhm.
just my opinion. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I like substance. Teach me. I like to learn. I like to ooh. Remember there used to be a rewind button.
Mhm.
We used to go back.
On
Like,
the
did you hear
tape.
what he said?
Mhm.
Or you hear the record a year later and you miss something.
I'm telling my age.
I
Mhm.
mean, but that's what it
That's
is,
true.
and society doesn't cater to us.
Mm-mm.
Media doesn't cater to us. That's one of the reasons why I created Fresh Radio.
But there you go. Hampton Roads local celebrity, DJ B.
Thank you.
What time do your show come on again?
The block in the morning, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. East, right here on 103 Jamz, 103jams.com, iHeartRadio. Just type in WOWI Norfolk on iHeartRadio app, and Fresh Radio 24/7, fresh.wwradio.net, djbonline.com, Twitter at djbonline, and that's it. You can find me.
All right. There you go, Urban Life. So stay tuned for the 757 Spotlight with Miss JoJo Caddy and the 757 Spotlight Motto of the Week. DJ B, 103.
Welcome to Urban Spotlight. It's your girl, Miss JoJo Caddy, where we interview some of the hottest local talent in the area, local celebrities, models, artists. So stay tuned. Welcome back to Urban Spotlight. I'm here with the one and only Double XL. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
That's great. Thank you for being a part of the show. We really appreciate you so much.
Oh, no problem. No problem at all. Whenever y'all call, y'all know y'all got me.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So what do people call you about on the street? You know what I'm saying? What's your real name?
My government is Terry Fenner, but they call me Double XL.
Okay, that's what's up. And how did that come about? Double XL, was it a childhood thing, or when you came about in the game, you got that name?
Actually, I've been rapping since I was about 6 years old. Around middle school, I was calling myself 8 Ball, but it was a guy that came out named 8 Ball, and he was pretty dope. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody know 8 Ball and MJG, so I changed my name out of respect because I had a lot of respect for that group. Okay. If I didn't respect him as an MC, I would still be 8 Ball, but they dope, so came up with Double XL. You know, I'm a big dude, Double XL, you know.
And it fits you well, definitely fits you well. So where exactly are you from in the area?
I'm from downtown Newport News, Virginia, born and raised.
Okay. You want to shout out any local areas in the Hampton Roads area?
I want to shout out the whole 757 as a whole. I really, me personally, I look at the whole 757 as if it's one city, because we function as one city. To me, you can't just live in one city and do anything around here. You might go to the mall here, party over here, go to work over here, but definitely uptown, downtown, Newport News, the whole Hampton. Well, I want to shout out everybody, the whole 757.
That's what's up, showing love to everybody. So tell us a little bit about coming up in the game as a youngster. What gave you your motivation and some of the influences that brought you to come about to where you realized that you just wanted to do music full time?
My main influence, man, or I should say how I started, man, I was lucky to get my confidence built early. Me and my brother been competing since the late 80s. 88, we won our first talent show, and we never lost, so our confidence was built early. So I don't know if it was false confidence or whatever type confidence, but I always had that confidence early. And around high school, the big thing was battling, so I got into battles, and my record was flawless, so that's how I came up battling. So I'm a competitive dude. So that competitive part what brings to me. Before as MCs has been my influence, I definitely got to say mostly Big Daddy Kane, Coogee Rap was my biggest influences.
Okay, that's good look. So, you know, I got to bring up the Rockefeller Rock the Mic tour. So please tell us a little bit about that and how you got in the game with that, and also some of the celebrities that you came across during that tour.
What had happened was Rockefeller Records had a contest. It was the Rock the Mic tour. It was when 50 first got hot. It was 50 Cent, Fabulous, and the whole Rockefeller squad. And they went from state to state looking for the best battle MC. And what happened, it was 99 MCs from Virginia. I ran all of them. And actually, the top 2 MCs got the battle on stage at the amphitheater in front of 15,000 people. Wow. That was like my first big crowd. So 15,000 people, and I just demolished the dude. No disrespect to the dude, but I mean, that's what happened. He got demolished. I won for Virginia. And so I was supposed to move on to the next round and battle the other 49 winners from the other states. The next thing I know, I'm watching MTV. Everybody's up there, and I didn't get the call. I don't know if it got lost in communication or whatever. I still got the Rockefeller trophy at the house. I'm not one of them dudes that sit around and complain. When life hand me lemons, I just make lemonade. So I just took that situation and parlayed what we doing now out of that. So.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, but other than that, you also asked me artists I done met and opened up for. I done opened up for Busta Rhymes, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Styles P, Jada Kids, Rick Ross, pretty much all the big dudes except for Eminem. I didn't open up for. If it's a show in this area, I'm pretty much gonna have something to do with it.
Okay, that's what's up. So meeting all of those celebrities and big names, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's all about being humble and staying true to the game. So, you know, as far as meeting them, do you have any words of advice to local artists out here as far as their craft and building their craft and connections?
The biggest advice I get to them is don't even waste your time hollering at the artist. The artist can't do nothing for you. You need to get at his manager, at his publicist, and really half these dudes I don't meet. I'm not trying to meet them, to be honest, because I'm not a starstruck type of dude. I got a respect for the MCs in the game, but for me, I'm trying to politic with the managers and people like that, and more so if I'm performing, like I had the opportunity to do Hampton Coliseum, 12,000 plus.
Wow.
Okay, it's 8 rappers that got deals in the back. I can focus on them, or I can focus on these 12,000 people in this crowd. I choose to focus on the 12,000 because I moved a lot of CDs that night, and it probably was way more lucrative for me than trying to get at an artist. You know, artists can't really do. Artists are not bosses; they're workers. You know what I'm saying? Get at them managers, them people that really can make moves. That's who can put you in the same position. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
You know,
some great advice. It was
It's
really
like-
great advice.
It's like playing football. If you was trying to go on a football team, would you holler at the quarterback? Or would you holler at the coach or the manager?
So as far as any upcoming events or any upcoming projects, can you tell us about that?
Yeah, man. You can catch us everywhere, man. If it's a show coming around here, pretty much we had something to do with it. There's a lot of rumors going on. A lot of people look at me like I'm part of the local Illuminati or something. Like I got my hands and everything, man, pulling the string. And in some extent, it's true, but it's not in a bad way. It's just that's what you're supposed to do, a parlay situation. What I do with these promoters and stuff is I add value to their shows. I've never been the type of person that coming with my hand out. I'm coming to tell you what I can do for you. And I'm going to get what I'm supposed to get out of it because I know what I'm trying to do.
Right.
So if you add value to the show and you put money in people's pocket, they're going to always come back and find you. Always. That's just the simple rules of life. There's nothing about it. They don't think I'm cute. They might not even like my music. But one thing they do know, I'm going to make sure some money get in their pocket. So they're going to call me.
And where else can people get you at as far as social media links or your email as far as booking or anything?
Far as you can catch me on Twitter at I am XXL. On Twitter, that's the best way to get at me. Just shoot me your information through there and I'll get you whatever you need for as bookings. But if you pretty much call me, we there. We'll be there.
Thank you, Double XL, for being a part of the show. You know, we are so happy that you made time. We know you're so busy, so that's a good look that you came out to support local artists and then give back to Urban Life TV with the interview. You have any last words or any shout-outs you want to give back?
Yeah, definitely, man. I want to give a big shout out to my peoples over there. I see my cousin Vito, DP was good. Big shout out to EJ Brown Barbershop right here in Hampton on King Street, man. This is where y'all need to be at, man. I'm here every Friday getting my shape up, man. Some of the best barbers in the 757, along with my brother Hershey in here, man. Y'all trying to come have a good time, conversation about politics, whatever. This is a real deal barbershop. When we talk about issues in the hood while we getting our cuts, man. EJ Brown, Hampton, Virginia, man, you need to be here. Yeah.
Thank you. And you've just been tuned in to Urban Spotlight.
Welcome to Urban Spotlight. I'm here today with our model of the week, Kajmiere. Hi, Kajmiere.
Hello, I'm glad to be here.
Thanks for coming to the show.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
So can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am 35 years old and I'm modeling. I've been modeling for a couple of years now and I just had a baby, so I have 2 daughters and I'm a very hardworking mom. I have 2 jobs.
Congratulations. Thank you. Tell us, how did you get started in the modeling?
Well, 2 years ago, I got 5 emails. 3 of them were for calendars, and 2 guys just wanted to shoot me to build their portfolio and to put my face, out there in the market. So I took a couple of offers, and that's how I got started.
Did you always know that you wanted to be a model?
Well, when I was a kid, of course, girls' dreams are to model. But as I got older, I had my goal of being an architect. So I didn't really focus on modeling. But a couple of years ago, I keep on hearing that I should have modeled. And when I got those 5 offers, I was like, hey, I love taking pictures. I'm always taking pictures for Facebook anyway. So I decided to model, and it turns out this is what I'm made for, the runway.
So do you really enjoy, do you like one way or print? Which one do you prefer more, or you do all of them?
Well, I do all, but my heart is really in the runway. I really love fashion shows. So that's where my goal is. And I hope one day to model for New York & Company.
That's great. Let me ask you something. People always think that models are not the smartest. What do you say to that?
Well, they need to actually listen to us and listen to how we speak. They need to find out what we do as a day job because, of course, this modeling thing is not the full-time gig. So they need to know what we do. Like me, I'm a counselor and I'm an instructor.
I know there's a lot of young girls trying to model, trying to be in this industry. What advice would you give to them?
Don't get misled. You need to do your research. Do the research for the person you're shooting with. Do your research for agents. There's better things out there. There's success for you. And if you're in a place and you're not getting paid or you're being looked at as negative, you're probably in the wrong area. So please, girls, be smart. Do your research. And look up to the other models, the recent models, and see what they're doing because they're obviously doing something positive, something right. Stay positive. Keep your head up. So just do it.
Do you think modeling to be a model is all based on your look? What do you think?
Well, it definitely takes looks, but you still have to have brains because, like I said, you have to do your research, you have to be smart, and it definitely takes charisma. So you have to have your model swagger. You have to have everything. It's kind of a package. Some people are born with it. Some of them have to learn, but it's not definitely based on looks. Not always.
Do you have any new project you're working on right now?
Oh, I definitely do. I actually have 2 projects that I'm working on right now. The first one is a calendar. It's GSHD flavors. So that one's coming out in November. We're actually working on that one now. We're shooting now. And then I have a fashion show coming up in February. So look for our calendar, look for our fashion show, and please come out and support.
For booking, where can we contact you if you want to book you?
Well, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, but if you really want to find me, you're going to have to find me by my email, which is DCLJ2Kajmiere, Kajmiere, and that's at Gmail.
Thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And I want to wish you the best of luck with everything.
Thank you. Same to you.
You just tuned in to Urban Spotlight with our model of the week, Kajmiere. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to Urban Lyfe TV, where we interview today's hottest artists, models, and local celebrities. My name is Kim Fields and I'm your host. And today we have local celebrity Angeline. How you doing, Angeline?
I'm good, Kim. How are you today?
I'm great. Like I said, Angeline, she's our local celebrity for today. She's a recording artist, a model, and also an actress. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Are you from the Hampton Roads area, Angeline?
Yeah, actually, I've been here well over years, but definitely I grew up here, family military, so kind of retired here, and I guess I've grown up just knowing all about the 757 area.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, when did you get started singing and acting?
Actually, I started singing at the age of 6. I started working with poetry first. I used to write lyrics. And then about the age of 12, I started going to the studios. And I really realized that I had a voice and started using it for the best of my ability. And since then, I've just been kind of going through local studios here. I've just recently been in the Boardroom Studio. Shout out to Joe City. And after that, I'm just kind of putting out my music, trying to get the word to hear all about what I do.
Have you had any training or any courses on acting, or have you took any singing classes or anything?
No, I'd like to say most everything is God-given. It's just kind of what naturally comes to me. So I'm sure that if I had some training, it would be better. But I'm so far happy with what I have.
Okay. Well, do you have anybody who inspires you? Who inspired you to sing?
That's a really good one. I can honestly say I love Mariah Carey. She's my favorite. I think she's one of the ones that really inspired me with my range that I have. I have about 12-octave range. And other singers like Tina Marie, love her. Anita Baker, some of the classics. So I grew up singing in church, Yolanda Adams. So she's one of the ones that really kind of got me thinking about how I could use my voice a little bit better. Yeah.
So is that where you found your voice? Did you find your voice in church? Or, I mean, just tell us, like, what was it like the day you woke up? You was like, wait a minute, I can really blow. I mean, how did that actually feel?
That actually was like about 6 or 7. I was one of those children that was always walking around the house singing. You know, my mom always jokes because she has tape recordings of me when I was little with the little tape recording. You know, us two are probably a little bit older than you want to admit and have the tape cassettes. And so we used to actually do that. But I would actually mimic songs that I heard on the radio. And so I think it was actually one day I was actually mimicking, you remember that song, It's morning, sunrise shines across your sleeping face. Shirley Murdoch. She brought it back for me. And I was like at 6 hearing that. And so that's like kind of made me realize like, okay, I can do this. What else can I do? And so I would just hear songs and just see if I could do it.
So, like, if any type of adversity, what have you faced in trying to pursue your career in singing and acting?
I will honestly say I'm really an ethical person. And so a lot of times I do struggle with balancing out real life. I say that I have my alter ego is what I call it, where, you know, I'm actually a single mom. I have 2 beautiful children, and I definitely don't put my dreams in front of them. So that's one of the adversities I've had to deal with. And then just more so the clicks that's in the 757. Unfortunately, I've realized I'm not going to sacrifice who I am just to get exactly where I want, because if it's meant to be, it's going to happen either way.
What type of plays have you acted in? Have you been in Tyler Perry plays, or what have you done?
He could call me too. No, I haven't been in Tyler Perry's plays, but actually she's a local Tyler Perry of the area, Poetic Justice.
What inspirational words would you like to leave with our viewers to inspire them also to pursue their dreams and to pursue their goals?
I would say self-reflection is probably the best thing that I can think of. I have a song, it's called I'm Loving Me, and it's a song about self-reflection where you look in that mirror, and although you may not see the best thing that you want to be, you actually have to accept what you have inside and just make that the best possibility that you have.
What do we need to do to get in contact with Angeline with a J?
Well, they can find me on Facebook, Angeline with a J, Angeline, or you can also hit me up through email, and that is ANGELINEMUSIIQ@gmail.com.
Check out My Favorite Dress, The Monologue by Poetic Justice at the Addicts Theater, October 26, 2011, 7 p.m., free and open to the public.
If you're an artist, model, and want to appear on Urban Lyfe, give us a call at 951-544-3273. That is 951-544-3273. Or catch us on Facebook /Urban Lyfe TV.
Thank you for watching Urban
You
Lyfe.
can sing. If you're singing
Stay
as
tuned.
we lay
See
at
you
6
soon.
years old, and you don't know nothing about the words, yes, girl, you can blow. So is there anyone who you collaborated with or who you've worked with in the past or recently?
Not yet. I'm working